Senator Hassan.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, Mr. O'Neill. It's good to see you again. Secretary Kennedy has stated that one of his top priorities is to end the fentanyl crisis, which has devastated countless families in New Hampshire and, as you know, all across the country. One critical tool we have when we are fighting fentanyl is an overdose reversal medication called Naloxone. Do you agree that it is important for first responders to have access to Naloxone?
Thank you. Lovely to see you again, Senator. I've very publicly advocated the approval and legalization of Naloxone for years. And yes, I believe that you never really know when it's going to be needed. When
Right.
it is needed, you need it right there. And yes, I think first responders having it makes a lot of sense.
So President Trump has proposed to eliminate a critical program that arms and trains first responders in my state and across the country with Naloxone. So you've just made the case for why they need to have it. If confirmed, will you use your position to urge Secretary Kennedy and President Trump to reverse their cuts to Naloxone funding for first responders?
Senator, there are probably a lot of ways to ensure that Naloxone is deployed locally. I'm not really sure what the best way to do that is.
I can tell you as a former governor whose state was devastated when the fentanyl crisis first began to hit, that it was absolutely critical to have that federal partnership to help fund naloxone for first responders. State budgets can be sparse, and this is a really important tool. So I hope you will urge Secretary Kennedy to reverse that, or at least work with states in a transparent way to find out what a different way of supporting naloxone supply is. But just to end it without a plan moving forward, I think will really harm people and may cost us lives. Now, I also wanted to turn to another issue that I'm deeply concerned about, which is Secretary Kennedy's decision to hire David Guyire, an individual with a track record of harming children. Mr. Guyire was disciplined for practicing medicine without a license on children who have autism, and now Secretary Kennedy is paying Mr. Guyire with taxpayer funds to conduct a study at HHS. Mr. O'Neill, if confirmed, would you advise the Secretary to fire David Guyire?
Senator, thank you for the question. I've never had any communication with this person. I don't know him. I would say that all research and research funding decisions and analysis of research should involve multiple people, ideally with different backgrounds, who are allowed to disagree with each other.
Well, I appreciate that. This is, by the way, the department's website that posts Mr. Guyire as an employee. Do you have concerns about the Secretary employing an individual who has been found responsible for harming children?
Senator, I think that the Secretary is an excellent judge of personnel and character. He trusted me, and I hope to not let him down if confirmed. And I don't know this person you mean, so I can't really commit to.
What I would like to do is submit by unanimous consent for the record, this is the state of Maryland's complaint against Mr. Guyire for practicing medicine without a license on children with autism, including injecting an 8-year-old with a testosterone suppressant as some kind of treatment for autism. So it is really concerning, and I hope you will turn your attention to Mr. Guyire because—
Was that a request to put it in the record?
Yes, it was a request to put it in the record.
Without objection.
Lastly, I guess I'll just finish up this way. I really hope you will look at Mr. Guyire's record, look at the allegations that were proven in this complaint. He was disciplined for practicing medicine without a license on children with autism, and it is deeply, deeply concerning. I believe he has no place at the country's premier health agency. Secretary Kennedy also recently made troubling comments about children with autism. His comments reflected that he understands very little about people who are living with disabilities. Instead of taking the time to listen to individuals with disabilities and their families, Secretary Kennedy has moved to shut down programs and fire staff who provide critical support for these families and these individuals with disabilities. For example, Secretary Kennedy fired staff that run the National Family Caregiver Support Program, a critical resource for people who care for family members with disabilities. Mr. O'Neill, will the Secretary's actions to gut caregiver support help children with disabilities?
Senator, as you may know, the Secretary has made it a priority to research autism. We don't know what causes autism. We don't know what caused the recent rise in autism. We don't know the best.
We actually have, excuse me, I'm running out of time. We actually have some really good studies that are leading us to understand the multiple causes of autism, but doing away with caregiving for these families and these children is not going to help them in the way they need. And I hope the Secretary will reverse course and listen to families. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator.